Alright, we're good. Hello everybody, it's me Flygon, your coach for the Florida Flygons, and welcome to another TCL video. Uh, I know this one is a bit late, but hey, at least I uploaded it, right? So, you know what? I'm happy. But today, we are, not today, because obviously it's been a little bit, but this week, we are facing Sulb of the Finnish Flyers. I'm sorry I butchered your name. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm dyslexic, and yeah, I'm just dyslexic. But yeah, we're gonna be facing Sulb today, and his team consists of Latias, Clefable, Empoleon, Arcanine, Frostlass, Heracross, Marowak, Rotom-Mow, Skuntank, and Exploud. I think originally he had Kangaskhan, at least I'm pretty sure he did. So there's that. So instead of having Explode, just pretend there's a Kangaskhan there. Also, you're going to see that Dugtrio is here instead of Dodrio. That's a transaction I made after week 3 because I've already done my week 3 battle, but I'll explain that when week 3 comes by if I ever fucking do that. So yeah, he has a very threatening team, I may say. I think this Mons I was the most scared of were Skuntank because it hard countered Gengar, and Lottie, Calm Mind Lottie seemed somewhat scary, but I did have Scizor, so. But I think it was primarily Skuntank that was giving me the hardest time, and I also realized Rotom-Mow, Scarf Rotom-Mow, was really good against my team. But I came up with a pretty good team that I feel like works really well. So yeah, let's just get right into the team builder, where first off, we have Gengar, which is now Noobers, which is mind-boggling to me, you know? But hey, Gengar goated, so there you go. But yeah, this match we have a Focus Sash, Curse Body, Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt, Gengar. Modest Nature, you're probably wondering why I'm running Modest. Well, most of the time I'm not going to be staying it against Lottie or Frostlass since that's a big 50-50 and I don't want to risk my Gengar like that. So I'd rather just go for extra damage with Shadow Ball. Plus, my game plan for Gengar is to have a Focus Sash, is to have the Focus Sash come clutch against Skuntank where I can Nasty Plot and I can +2 knock out Skuntank with Thunderbolt. It won't knock it out in one hit KO, especially if you sped F, but it'll 2-hit KO it easily, very easily. So that's the plan with Gengar. Other than that, it just hits everything really hard. And if he doesn't bring Skuntank, then Gengar just clicks buttons. So that's Gengar. Next up, we got Scizor. Leftovers, Roost, U-Turn, Bullet Punch, Defog, a Max Spadef set that's primarily just for Lottie. It'll take hits well from other stuff like Clef. Like I don't want it to switch into Clef since Clef has Flamethrower. But push comes to shove, it can switch into Empoleon. But it's mainly just for Lottie. So yeah, and it's just nice for U-turn, and it's also nice for removing hazards. So if he wants to bring any kind of hazard removal, especially with Frostlass, I can just my game plan for Frostlass is just BP into BP and defog the spikes off later. So next up we got Donphan. Again, leftovers. There's gonna be a lot of leftovers, Vaughn. You're gonna realize this. With Earthquake, Ice Shard, Stealth Rock, and a counter, max defense. The reason why I'm running counter this match is because this thing doesn't get a flying move, and I don't want Heracross just doing damage to me for free. So if Heracross ever comes in, and if he's Guts or Banded, then I can hit him with a hard counter, I can take whatever hit he wants to dish out, and then I kill it with a counter, and boom, there goes Heracross, a big threat to my team. Overall, this thing is just for like being like super bulky, switching into Heracross or Marowak or Kangaskhan, which I promise he has. But yeah, it's primarily for that, and plus he doesn't have a good Earthquake switching really when you look at his team. So it's a pretty good bring, I'd say. And Ice Shard is just for priority against something like Lottie in case it gets out of hand or I need to it's like very low and I need something to like finish it off. But most of the time Scissors should be able to handle that, but it's good to have it just in case. Next up, we got Rotom. Leftovers again with Nasty Plot, Thunderbolt, Overheat, Protect, Max HP, Max Speed. I Sped Crept it for... What did I Speed Creep for? I don't remember. Was it Jolly Heracross? No. Maybe? Maybe. It was for something. I don't think it was for Mo. Because they're the same speed stat. Admit Kangaskhan? I don't remember. I Speed Creep for something. Might have been Skulk Take 2. But Nasty Plot, Rotom does really well this match. He doesn't have very many switch-ins to it, bar Lottie. And I also have Protect just to get some extra recovery with leftovers, since it's pretty important this match for switching in for both Arcanine and Rotom-Mow. So there's Rotom Heat. You got Milotic, very bulky. Leftovers, Recover, Scald, Ice Beam, Dragon Tail with Marvel Scale, Max Defense. Milotic doing Milotic things, being super bulky, being super annoying. And overall, he just doesn't really deal with it that well. Even Rotom-Mow doesn't really deal with it super well. I can always tank a hit if I need to. And so this thing's going to be pretty fucking important because it just takes hits. And finally, we've got Sneasel with a Life Orb. Throat Chop, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, Brick Break, Max Attack, Max Speed. Couldn't afford to run Adamant this week, unfortunately. But this thing is really strong. He doesn't have any sort of, like... He doesn't have good dark switch-ins, and the dark switch-ins that do exist just get bodied by Icicle Crash. The only thing he really has for this thing is Clef, and if he's a Spadef Clef, then, you know, easier for me. So let's just get straight into the battle. Let's not waste any time. So he brought Arcanine, Rotom-Mow, Empoleon, Heracross, Latias, and Kangaskhan. Told you he had it. But you'll notice something. He didn't bring Skuntank. I don't know why he didn't bring Skuntank. Also, another note, before this week even started, he had a Honchkrow, which I was terrified of because it 6-0'd my team. He traded it out for some reason. I don't know why he traded out the Honchkrow, especially since it 6-0'd my team, but I'm not complaining. I'm just not going to complain about it. But yeah, the two biggest threats were... The first biggest threat was just traded out for some reason, and then the second biggest threat just didn't show up. So, you know what? We take those. But anyways, I saw this as a great opportunity to lead Gengar since he didn't have to switch into it. And yeah, and then he leads Empoleon. I just go for a Thunderbolt, very simple, predicting he would just go for Rocks, but I can always hit a hit if worst comes to worst. I Thunderbolt again just to get more chips, since it's very useful for Milotic, since Milotic doesn't do anything against Empoleon, but it does really well against the rest of his team. So I Thunderbolt here, and he decides for some reason to stay in. I think he thought I was choiced, maybe like choice modest, but I was not. I decided to just go for an easy play and Sludge Bomb. Didn't care if he doubled back out into Empoleon because I could just switch back out. But KOing Rotom early, really good. That thing was a big threat to my team. He Night Slashes with Heracross. I had a Sash, but for some reason it lives. I don't know why Gengar lives Night Slash from Heracross, but it does. And he gets disabled, which is very funny. And I also poison him, which is both a good and a bad thing because he could be Guts. I mean, he's probably Moxie if he's Scarf, as you could see, but, you know, you never know. You never know. But Gengar is still hanging on. At this point, I had a choice whether I could Shadow Ball or Sludge Bomb again, thinking he could go into Empoleon or Kangaskhan. I just went for a really nice middle ground here and went for Thunderbolt, I'm pretty sure. No, I went for Shadow Ball, never mind. But didn't matter anyways, because I 2-hit KO'd this with anything really except for... And Empoleon goes down, which is really nice. And Gengar has crippled Heracross and has killed Empoleon and Rotom-Mow, so really good start. He sends in Kangaskhan. I'm going to my dedicated switch-in, which is Donphan, which he really doesn't do anything against. Fake Out does 14%. He does almost just as much to himself. He uses Facade, only does 25%. I see this as a good opportunity to just get some chip on this thing. And the next turn he will be knocked out. He goes for Drain Punch for some reason. I don't know why. He does more damage to himself than he recovers. And then Donphan finishes him off with an Earthquake. So right now I'm in a really good position. And I realize, wait, I think I can 6-0 him. But it all depended on if this was Guts or not. If this was Guts, it probably knocked me out with CC, though I remember doing the calc. I remember it might have been a roll. But if this didn't KO me, I knew for 100% that I could just 6-0 this dude just like last week. So I was just like, alright, Donphan, hold on. And I get Ice Shard for some chips, so Poison could knock him out. He was not Guts. I live, and he dies to Poison. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, Milotic just wins. So he goes into Arcanine here. I double into Rotom because it's my dedicated switch into Arcanine. Only does 20%. I decide to Nasty Plot here in case he does anything. No, I Protect first just to scout whatever he does. Just get some recovery as well. And then I Nasty Plot. This thing doesn't do much to Lottie, and especially if it's Calm Mind, it isn't worth it. So I double out into Scizor. Now he goes for Calm Mind, which is what I pretty much anticipated. And he Thunderbolts only does 29%. I defog, and on hindsight, I don't know why I defogged. I don't think it was important. I think I just wanted Rotom and Sneasel to be healthy just in case, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, he goes into Arcanine here since he knows Lottie can't do anything to Scizor. I U-turn, I go into my Milotic. He tries the Solar Beam, which only does 45, even though this is fully Fizz Death Milotic. I do over half. I do more than Solar Beam, which is pretty funny. I recover just to recover some health. I know he's going to come on, so I can just Dragon Tail him out, which is the reason why I have Dragon Tail to begin with. And at this point, it's pretty obvious that it's just over. So I Scald here. I knock out the Arcanine. At this point, I have a few decisions, but overall, I don't really care anymore. I'm just going for Sneasel. He crit Thunderbolts, which could have been bad, but I'm also surprised Crit Thunderbolt only did that much. So good job, Sneasel. And I know for a fact a Life Orb Throat Chop just kills him here. And that is another 6-0 for the Florida Flygons. I don't know how I 6-0'd another person. Quite frankly, I feel like he just didn't really play well. And I feel like he definitely could have played better and prevented a 6-0. But overall, GG's. It was a fun match. And yeah, now we're 12-0 differential-wise, which is bonkers. I'm going to try and upload the Week 3 video sometime soon, but we'll see. Next person we're going to be facing is... Where is he? Scrub Supreme with a team of that. So, yeah, he has a really fucking good team. So, it's going to be tough, but you guys see, fuck, I'm so dyslexic. This is very sudden, so I'm just like improvising this as it goes on. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, or night, whatever time zone you're living in. And I'll hopefully see you in the next TCL video. We'll see. Maybe I'll just be a lazy bitch. Who knows? But until then, thank you so much. Peace.